U.S. Embassy is not a total surprise. In fact, the Soviet Union imposed a total ban on its citizens working for the U.S. Embassy in 1986, forcing embassy staff to moonlight as chauffeurs and mechanics. There were questions about third-country staff, like an Italian chef. "I see the pizza is as good as before," said a Soviet official ominously at a reception in 1986. Not everything is yet clear. This will further hurt Russians. This will also likely force the U.S. Embassy and consulates to cut consular staff, including employees who process visa requests. The result of a further drawdown, former U.S. Ambassador to Russia Michael McFaul predicted via tweet, was a slowdown in visa turnaround. It can already take weeks, or months, just to get an interview date for the visa process. Interestingly, U.S. Mission Russia used to be far larger. According to the 2007 report, it employed at least 1,779 people, including 1,251 foreign national staff. The ambassador is determined to streamline a mission that has grown too large, the 2007 report reads. Apparently, he was successful. Hundreds of the additional foreign employees worked in diplomatic and consular programs and in consular affairs, the departments that handle visas, among other tasks. USAID, which employed 99 people in 2007, was expelled by the Russian government in 2013. Many employees don't work for the State Department. U.S. Mission Russia represents 35 agencies, or at least it did in 2013. While the Department of State employed 1,043 of the 1,279 U.S. Mission Russia's employees, and will likely suffer most from the cuts, other departments would be expected to take a hit too. They include the Department of Defense, which had 26 employees working for the Defense Intelligence Agency and another 10 working for the Defense Threat Reduction Agency, which combats nuclear proliferation and other threats from weapons of mass destruction. Trade representatives include 17 employees from the Department of Agriculture and 31 employees of the Department of Commerce. Representatives from U.S. law enforcement agencies, 4 FBI employees and 6 DEA employees. NASA has 12 employees, likely including support staff for astronauts on the International Space Station or those hitching a ride on Russian Soyuz rockets. 3 employees were tasked to the Sochi Olympics, and are likely gone. The Library of Congress has 2 American and 2 foreign staff, and the Department of Transportation has 1 American and 1 foreign staff. It doesn't look like many of these 1,200 employees are construction workers. The U.S. Embassy in Moscow is building a $280 million annex to replace inadequate consular facilities, according to the 2013 report. In background discussions with The Washington Post, some U.S. officials have suggested that the large number of Mission Russia's employees may be contractors and other workers tied to that construction, and that the employment cut could be an attempt to scuttle the construction. That doesn't appear to be the case. The State Department has 2 U.S. citizens and 8 foreign nationals working for the Bureau of Overseas Buildings Operations, likely linked to the annex construction. But otherwise, the amount of staff at Mission Russia has remained stable for the last 5 years, and declined considerably since 2007 from 1,779 in 2007 to 1,279 in 2013. More data would confirm this, but if U.S. Mission Russia employed about 1,200 people in 2013 before construction began, and employs about 1,200 people now, it would not seem many are tied to the embassy expansion.